Hey, what's going on, everyone? I appreciate y'all coming here and checking out this Fallout 76 video. In this one, I'm going to be sharing with y'all some exciting news that you might not have known about because Bethesda literally just announced this today. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into all this information. There are some exciting things coming to the game. As you can see, inside of the vault, they posted this today, July 5th, which, by the way, hope you all had a great 4th of July. For those of you that celebrate that, I know me and my family did. It was a great time. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this stuff. As you can see here, within the inside of the vault, Milepost 0 public test server. So they just announced a new public test server, which will be able to test out this new content, which I'm definitely going to be diving into this more in depth in the future, so stay tuned for those videos. But yeah, for now though, I'm just going to be reading y'all the notes that Bethesda left for us about all this exciting information. Anyways, carrying on here, it states, today the next major patch for Fallout 76 is hitting the public test server, aka the PTS. We're excited for you to dive into the next update. Kicking things off with some Mischief, you can experience the return of Mischief Night at its new location in Rabbiton Camp. On top of that, we've added legendary crafting to go along with some combat rebalance we can't wait to get your thoughts on. And this is just the beginning. Later this month, we'll be adding the opportunity to build your own caravan company as part of Milepost 0. We'll have more news on what you can expect to see in that adventure soon. The PTS is available for testing right now, and as always, you can provide feedback on your experience in our Discord, which they have a link to their Discord. I'll have a link, by the way, down below in the description to this inside the vault, if you want to check out their Discord to leave feedback and whatnot. Anyways, carrying on here, it states, a bump in the road, starting off your own caravan company, coming soon to the PTS. So this is some exciting news, which I have a little bit of information that I can share about with this. We're going to be able to build up our own caravan outpost here soon in the future. I heard it's similar to Skyrim's housing, for those of you that are familiar with the features of Skyrim's housing. So yeah, that's some exciting stuff. We'll be able to have our own faction inside our outpost, and there'll be vendors and stuff we can trade with and whatnot. Some exciting stuff. Can't wait to get this. Anyways, carrying on here, Mischief Night. Mischief Night returns. The event has been revamped and is now located in Rabbiton Camp. You should still feel the fun and chaotic nature of Mischief Night while enjoying its new Halloween-themed rewards. This public event will be on rotation with our new Daily Ops maps, so make sure to read on for our full public event plus Daily Ops testing schedule. Legendary Crafting. We have been exploring a new approach to legendary crafting, and we wanted to give you an opportunity to get your hands on it to provide some early feedback. Our intention with the changes mentioned below is to give you a way to have more direct control over the legendary mods that are on your legendary items. We believe this system will require time and iteration to get it right. So while we are providing this to you to test now, it won't be released to the live game until we believe that it's ready. Your feedback during this PTS period will be critical to how this develops. Please share your thoughts in our Discord server or on the Fallout 76 subreddit. Before we dive into how this version of Legendary Crafting works, let's introduce you to Legendary Particles, our new crafting component. In this new system, you'll use Legendary Particles to craft Legendary mods and spin Legendary modules to swap them onto Legendary items. That seems pretty cool. Legendary Particles can be obtained by scrapping legendary items at your workbench or trading with players. These Legendary Particles can also be stored in your scrap stash. So you can trade Legendary Particles, it seems like. And then also another way is to scrap down legendary items. It's also good that we can store them in our scrap stash, so we can store up a lot of these. Anyways, we're still evaluating how we want to manage legendary cores moving forward. Now let us explain how this system works. Before you can start swapping legendary mods onto your items, you'll need to obtain your desired mod in one of two ways. Trading for the mod with another player, or scrapping legendary items with your desired mod on it. Every time you scrap a legendary item, you will obtain legendary particles as well as have a chance to learn one of the legendary mods on that item. After obtaining a mod plan from an item, you can head over to your tinkered bench to craft it by spending legendary particles. Once crafted, you can either trade that mod with another player or head over to your workbench to swap it onto a legendary item. Please note, when you swap a legendary mod onto an item, that item becomes character bound, which makes it untradeable and not droppable in the world. Each time you replace a mod on an item, the cost will increase. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. At least they're making it a little bit easier for us to obtain specific legendaries. Anyways, as a result of this update, we're also relaxing the legendary mod restrictions on weapons. We're excited to see you explore this system and find new exciting mod combinations. We appreciate that this is a large change to how you interact with legendary items, but we are eager for you to test this system and share your feedback. Tell us what you think about the UI, UX, or how does it feel to obtain and craft legendary mods. We want your thoughts on all aspects of this, so join us in our Discord and share your thoughts. Wow, they are mentioning their Discord quite a bit. It seems like they really want to hear your guys' feedback on their Discord, which is great to know. I mean, heck, I don't mind them sharing their Discord a lot. It just reminds players to go check it out. Anyways, carrying on here, Best Builds. My Outpost here will also be introducing a new social update called Best Builds. Best Builds is a system that allows players to submit, visit, and rate submitted camps. Best Builds will be shared and populated throughout Wasteland. Throughout the Wasteland for all players across all adventure mode servers to see. Okay, got a little confused there. You will be able to visit these amazing creations and enjoy the comforts, design, and unique taste the builder has in store for its visitors. While visiting, if you happen to appreciate the builder's camp, you could show your support by leaving a like. We hope this allows our dedicated player builders an opportunity to show off their creations as well as inspire other players to create and submit their own best builds. Oh my goodness! This is amazing! That is amazing! This is phenomenal because, as some of you know, the reason why a lot of players still play Fallout 76 is for the camp building. I mean, there's other reasons why too, but there's a lot of camp builders in Fallout 76. There's a huge camp community, so it's great to see them, improving it even more. We'll be able to go and check out the best builds around the community. Heck, even players that aren't camp builders will go and check out these builds and be inspired as well, because they'll get to see how these builds were made and stuff, and this is awesome. That is a great feature they're adding. We'll be able to visit the best builds around in the Wasteland throughout adventure mode. That is freaking amazing. Wow. Submitting your camp. Okay, so here's how you submit your camp to the best builds. Once you have a camp that you would like to show off to the Wasteland, you can submit your camp through the best build submission option. This is found by opening the camp slots list on the paper map and selecting the camp you wish to submit. Once you've entered the submission window, you'll be able to take a few photos and tag your camp with the appropriate identifiers to help make it stand out from the crowd. Once you're happy with how your camp is represented, you can submit your best build. The best build will be added to list of other player-created best builds and be populated throughout the adventure mode servers. Once populated, players will be able to visit and like your best build. If you happen to make changes to your best build, you can easily resubmit the newly remodeled camp without losing any likes previously earned. You can resubmit your best build by going to the Manage Best Builds option, also found activated camp slots list on the paper map. Dude, that is amazing! It seems like you'll probably only be able to visit these camps though when the player is online specifically, but still nonetheless, this is going to be amazing. We're going to be able to like players' camps and, just build up their credibility of them being in the best builds option. I'm sure Bethesda will refresh the best builds too over time, maybe like after a few months or something. I don't know. Or maybe within each season. I don't know. We'll see, but dude, that sounds freaking amazing. I can't wait to dive into that. I love visiting players' camps, and for one of the reasons is to check out if they have a good camp or not, and this will be an easy way to just go and visit good camps. Oh man, I got a feeling though, the players that have the best builds, their servers are going to be filled because so many players are going to be going and visiting their build and checking it out. Anyways, carrying on here. Visit. Upon your travels in the Wasteland, you will notice a few new locations with a blue ribbon on the paper map and on the compass. These are our player-created best builds. You will be able to fast travel to these camps the same as you would any other camp. While visiting, please take time to sit down, relax, and enjoy the experience the builder has in store for you. Don't delay on checking out a camp that piques your interest. Best builds rotate in and out every hour. Oh, wow, okay. So that just answered my question. Best builds will rotate in and out every hour. Shoo! Man, I hope there's fun builds too, like obstacle courses and mazes and, different unique experiences going to the camp. That'll be cool. Oh man, I can't wait. That sounds amazing. Anyways, rate. If you happen to find a best build that you fancy, feel free to show your support to the builder by giving them a like. You can like a best build by going to the best build icon on the paper map and selecting like. Giving the builder a like will help show other players that this camp is indeed a best build. They've also done a lot of combat rebalances. So let's get into this next. Combat rebalance. The Milepost Zero update continues the work to set out in Skyline Valley to update our combat systems. This patch includes changes to sources of fire and poison damage, as well as how the damage over time effect works. Fire and poison damage will typically include a damage over time effect, with fire damage trending towards shorter durations and higher damage per second, with poison trending towards longer durations and higher overall damage. So, general. Main adjustments to damage modifiers for creature weak points. This will result in additional damage dealt to creatures when weapons with lower damage per hit are used. Damage over time effects now scale with bonuses to weapon damage. Address a series of inconsistencies with how certain damage effects, primarily damage over time, were dealing incorrect damage types or were untyped damage without a corresponding resistance. Address an issue where damage over time effects dealt by players would not scale to match the creature's level, and fix an issue where certain effects such as damage over time in the Vampire's Legendary mod could stack when applied multiple times simultaneously on a single target. This most commonly occurred with shotguns, but could also occur when using the 2-shot Legendary mod or the multi-shot Cremator mod in VATS. So that's good. That's good. They're fixing the fire damage and poison damage. I have a feeling Strangler Heart is going to be a new favorite once again. That's good though. Anyways, player weapons. So they're adding fire and poison weapons and mods. The following weapons and weapon mods have been updated in accordance with the fire and poison damage over time adjustments mentioned above. So the Flamer, Holy Fire, Sheesh a lot, Burning Sheep Squatch Club. I mean, you get it. All the stuff that's flaming weapons and all the poisonous stuff like the Poison Sheep Squatch Club and, you know, the bow poison arrows and whatnot, the pumpkin grenades, the Syringer Rat Scorpion, Venom Syringe Barrel, the Kabloom. Okay, nice. So they are doing a lot of fixes there and modifications and, you know, tweaks to the combat. Nice. Anyways, additional weapon updates. Increased damage for floater freezer grenades. Reduce the damage over time for the Cremator's burn to account for it now scaling with weapon damage bonuses. I don't know if a lot of players are going to be happy with that, but nonetheless, it's nice to know that they are balancing the Cremator instead of it just being super OP. It seems like it'll still deal out a lot of damage because they are now making it scale with weapon damage bonuses. Anyways, they reduced the self-damage dealt to the player when firing the Kabloom at close range. They reduced the recoil and base action point cost for the Railway Rifle. They reduced the fire rate and removed the action point cost reduction for the Railway Rifle automatic piston receiver. Headhunter's Sight's damage type has been changed to bleed. Dev note, please give us feedback on how this weapon's bleed damage feels. So they updated the Headhunter's Sight. Okay, that's good. Creature balance. Balance adjustments have been made for the following creatures, and yeah, there's a lot here. Deathclaw, Snallygaster, Scourge Beast, Honey Beast, yeah, loads of creature adjustments. And creature weapons. Weapons used by the following creatures have also been updated. So the Flamer, Shish Kebab, Flamer, Spit Attack. Yeah, lots there as well. Not going over all of those. Next up here is the perk changes. This is interesting. Vaccinated, increased disease resistance from all sources based on your endurance stat. Thirst Quencher increases action points while not diseased based on your endurance stat. Iron Stomach increases damage reduction while not diseased based on your endurance stat. And Natural Resistance increases your energy, fire, cryo, and poison resistance while not diseased based on your endurance stat. Region bosses. The following creatures have had an adjustment to how incoming damage is reduced. This primarily affects cases where VATS critical attacks and damage over time effects would bypass a portion of the intended damage reduction. So they tweaked the Scorched Beast Queen, the Wendigo Colossus, and Earl, and Ultrasight Titan. Alright. And public event plus daily ops testing schedule. Along with the return of Mischief Night, we have 2 new locations for daily ops arriving with this update. You'll find our testing schedule for public events and daily ops below. These events will rotate out at the top of each hour. Daily ops Glass Caverns, Mischief Night, Daily ops Atlantic City Community Center, Mischief Night. Known issues. Mischief Night runtime. The event currently runs longer than our average events, 22 minutes. We are looking to address this in the next update to PTS. Tagging. Players may not be able to tag one of the walls to create more mischief in Rabid and Camp as part of Mischief Night. Event fly out on fail. If players fail the event, there will not be a fly out visual or event information present on screen. Enemy behavior. Rabid and Protectrons and Rabid and Mr. Gutsies may not become hostile until the player attacks them. Daily Ops. SNR error with certain mutations. Players may encounter SNR server crashes when playing through the new maps with the following mutation set: Freezing Touch or Swift Footed. Best builds. Tags. Remove tags in best build submission model will not update without reordering the tags. Localization. Missing localization symbols in the report best builds menu. Combat rebalance. Mobs with damage reduction on certain body parts such as Assaultron heads or Mirelurk shells have significantly higher damage reduction than expected. In some cases this causes various weapons to display negative damage numbers. And lastly, how to participate in the PTS. All players who own a copy of Fallout 76 on Steam can participate in our PTS. Please note that progress from the PTS does not carry over into the live game. The Atomic Shop is also disabled during this testing period. To install the PTS, open your Steam library and install Fallout 76 public test server. So yeah, that's how you can dive in to this new content that's coming. Also, it's how you dive into all the new content that's coming in Fallout 76. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this news over the next major update. I am specifically excited for the Blue Ridge Caravan, man, and also the best builds. That looks promising. Very good for the community. And also, I'm excited about Mischief Night too. Heck, I'm excited about all of it, pretty much. But yeah, I'm out of here though, everyone. As always, most importantly, appreciate you all taking the time watching and listening. Until next time, guys, peace.